Hey everybody, Ethan Hokel here with the Hokel Real Estate Team in Century 21. Don't mind the little shiner I got on my eye. Wish I had a cool story to tell you. Unfortunately, I don't. I was texting and walking. I was texting a client and walking. I had a 4x8 wooden real estate sign sticking out the back of my truck and I ran right into it. It hurt pretty bad, but it's healing up all right. Now just a little black and blue. But anyhow, today we're here to talk to you about home inspections, why you should do a home inspection, what home inspections are intended for, and what they're not intended for. And just wanted to give you a little bit of useful information as far as that goes. So we always recommend that our buyers do home inspections on properties they're buying. Why? It's the biggest asset of your life. Even if you have a background in some kind of construction trades, it's never a bad idea to get a third-party inspection done on that. You also then have someone that you can fall back on if you move in and you have someone and they miss something. It's also just another layer of protection as far as that goes. And so having a third-party inspector come in and do a home inspection is a great idea. We always usually recommend them. The only times that some people choose not to is if you're in a multiple offer situation and they're taking the property as is. Even in that stance, you can there's still inspection selection on the purchase agreements that allow you to still be able to do a home inspection and get out if there's any major issues. It just makes sure that the seller knows you're not going to nickel and dime them when the inspection process comes up. But anyway, so always do a third-party home inspection is number one. Number two, remember these are home inspectors, licensed home inspectors. Most of them are not licensed HVAC professionals or plumbers or electricians, roofers, stuff like that. And so they're going to point things out to you. Sometimes inspectors can cross over the line and make bold claims, but most of them are pretty good about, hey, if we see something, we're going to tell you to get a licensed plumber, a licensed electrician, or a roofer out here to take a second look at it and tell you exactly what's going on. But for home inspections, the main things they're looking for, they're going to look for structural issues. Okay, do we see any structural issues, any movement of the home, foundation issues, water issues, plumbing, electrical, safety concerns, radon, is the roof, what's the age of the roof? Are there any issues with the roof, lifted shingles, venting of the plumbing vents and stuff like that. So that's the things they're going to be looking for. What home inspection is not used for is for cosmetic things. So things you should have seen when you walk through the home. It's not a time to go back and nickel and dime the seller because maybe you got into a multiple offer situation, you paid $5,000 too much for the or more than you were planning on paying because you had to in order to get it so you didn't lose it. And now you're going to go back and try to get $5,000 off in the price because of these home inspection items. That's not what a home inspection is meant to do. It's meant to just point out and have any major issues remedied. So whether that's the radon comes in high, or the roof is falling in, the structure of the home is bad, you have major plumbing leaks, you have major electrical issues that are going to be safety, fire concerns, things like that. A home inspection is not meant to bring a home up to code. And so it's not meant to take a 70s home and make it a 2020 home, because if that was the case, it would be nearly impossible to sell any home. And so that's just something to know there. On the seller side, be prepared to throw some money in at the home inspection. Kind of when you're doing negotiations on the purchase price, just be aware that, hey, come inspection time, unless the guy's not doing an inspection, the gal's not doing an inspection, come inspection time, most likely there's going to be a few things that come up. So we usually recommend to our seller, hey, plan on having some money set aside. Be prepared to have to fix some things, pay a qualified contractor, licensed electrician, plumber, roofer to do some repairs come that inspection time. So that way, when that time comes, you're not way thrown off guard and all of a sudden you took less than what you wanted to on the property, plus now you got to put more money into it. So make sure your agent's having that discussion with you up front when it comes to home inspection on the seller side. So reminder, don't use the inspection period as a, hey, we're going to ask for the moon during this time. Obviously, if there's major issues, you want to make sure those are checked out, those are corrected. Obviously, it's the biggest asset of your life. You want to make sure those are taken care of prior to you moving into that. If the seller does not want to fix those, then you do have the right, usually in most purchase agreements, to walk away from the deal. But that's kind of my 2 cents on inspections. Right now it's crazy out there in the market. If you are looking to buy or sell a home, definitely get a hold of us. We'd love to get you into something, get your home on the market, maybe even sell it before it hits the market. And then also try to find you something before it even hits the market on the buy side. We've done that with quite a few buyers here recently, just because when things hit the market right now in most price ranges, they're going fast. So get a hold of us, DM us, or call or text 515-981-2113, and we'd love to get you set up and get you talked to. Take care.